talk about what might happen in our respective countries in the future, which could be interesting to.
Just don't hold us to it, aren't you?
Yeah, that's true.
These are just guesses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, shall I kick off? Because a lot is going on in Britain at the moment, as you may know. We're in the middle of this kind of Brexit crisis where we had a referendum now 3 years ago, and by a narrow margin, the country voted to leave Europe, which was not my first choice, but there you go. So, if the UK does eventually leave Europe, because it's taking a while to get that sorted, the first thing that could happen, and that people are worried about, is that we won't be able to travel around Europe so easily, because various countries are likely to put in visa requirements that will cost money. They're already worrying about massive queues of lorries, the cargo that goes between Britain and Europe, tailing back from the tunnel. And that is actually already happening to some extent. So if travel becomes more difficult, then income from tourism might drop, because people might not be so inclined to come. But the other big thing is that we have been relying on immigrant workers from Europe to cover all manner of jobs in Britain. So, farm labourers, not more importantly, but significantly, about 40% of the workers in the National Health Service come from other countries, not necessarily all from Europe, but a lot from Europe. In the lead up to the referendum, I had an idea that they should just make everyone not work on one day if they weren't born in Britain, or the whole country would have ground to a halt. And of course, that is potentially what could happen. They're already worrying about running out of medicines, food.
Really?
Yeah, I mean it's quite sort of a worry. So the public services are likely to suffer because we won't have the workers to sort of keep those going. What else? Then Scotland, who I think it was 68% voted to stay in Europe. They are really hacked off with the fact that we're supposedly leaving. So they will then probably vote for an independent, to become independent of Great Britain. So Great Britain will fall apart. There are issues in Ireland around for years there's been major conflict in Ireland between Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland. And there are big debates at the moment about what happens if Great Britain leaves Europe. What happens about the border there? Because there's going to have to be a hard border, and there's a lot of fuss about that. And are we going to end up getting all the troubles back in Ireland? It's a recipe for disaster.
Yes.
So there's a lot of potential sort of, in my mind, not very positive futures for Britain. Who knows?
Wow.
What about Calgary?
Well, I mean, Canada in general, we don't have any big things like that going on. I mean, there is Quebec. It's a province where they speak French. The rest of Canada speaks English. So they always see themselves as different. And they have had several referendums over the last, I don't know how many years, quite a while, since the last one, about separating from Canada. But it never seems to really come even close. Some of the other things, I mean, immigration, Canada is a country of immigrants. We're a very new country. So we have many immigrants, and Canada has a very open door policy to immigrants. We welcome them. They're allowed, they're welcome to keep their cultures. It's not like, I think in America it's more of a melting pot where you're supposed to kind of adopt the American culture. And Canada is referred to as a mosaic. So there's lots of different cultures, and they keep their language, their traditions, there's dresses. And Canada adopts to accommodate them. For example, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police famous in Canada with their snazzy uniforms.
Yeah.
They allow Sikhs to wear a turban instead of their Mountie hat. So there's lots of accommodations. We're very open-minded. And we are trying to attract new people because Canada doesn't have a very high birth rate. And it's a huge country, so we do want more immigrants.
Why is the birth rate low?
I don't know. I just think in developed countries it falls.
I think it's the same in the US.
Yeah,
the only thing that's making the population rise are immigrants in the US.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's that.
I had this vision of not wanting to take your clothes off in the middle of winter.
Well, no, I think it's, well, hang on, this is
Yeah, yeah.
a family program, so maybe that's it there.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
the other big issue in Canada, in Alberta where I live, the province is an oil and gas province. We produce a lot of oil and gas in the north,
Right.
and there's been a lot of controversy about, first off, getting it out of the ground. There's a lot of environmental issues. And then the next big issue is getting it from the far north to where it needs to go. And we've been trying to get pipelines, one out to the west coast, so then you can ship oil